Welcome to Fact Law. We're taking a deep dive into the world of military strategy and the greatest deceptions in warfare. We unravel some of the most ingenious, daring, and effective military deceptions that have left their mark on history. The Trojan Horse, one of the most iconic and brilliant military deceptions in history, unfolded during the legendary Trojan War. The Greeks sought to infiltrate the impenetrable walls of Troy, ending a 10-year-long conflict. To achieve this, they devised a plan that relied on cunning and subterfuge rather than brute force. They built a massive, hollow wooden horse, ostensibly a token of surrender, with Greek soldiers hidden inside. The planning behind the Trojan horse was meticulous and resourceful. The Greeks constructed a colossal wooden horse, strategically left it at the gates of Troy, and then pretended to abandon the siege, sailing away. However, a small group of Greek warriors, including Odysseus, remained hidden inside the horse, waiting for nightfall. The risk was immense. If the Trojans had detected the ruse or if the horse had been destroyed, the entire plan would have unraveled. The end result of this audacious military deception was a resounding success for the Greeks. The Trojans, deceived by the gift and the Greeks' apparent retreat, brought the horse inside the city walls as a symbol of victory. Under the cover of darkness, the Greek warriors emerged from the horse, opened the city gates to their waiting comrades, and Troy was ultimately conquered. The Trojan horse stands as a timeless testament to the power of strategic deception in military history. Operation Fortitude, World War II. Operation Fortitude was a massive deception campaign aimed at diverting German attention away from the actual location of the D-Day invasion. The primary objective of Operation Fortitude was to create the illusion that the Allies would launch a second major invasion in Pas-de-Calais. By doing so, it aimed to keep a significant portion of the German forces stationed in the wrong location, preventing them from reinforcing the defenses in Normandy. The planning and execution of Operation Fortitude were a testament to strategic innovation. The Allies used a combination of misinformation, double agents, and elaborate ruses to sell the idea of an impending attack on Pas-de-Calais. Fictitious radio traffic, dummy equipment, and the creation of fictitious army units were deployed to enhance the illusion. The operation was a meticulously orchestrated deception, involving various intelligence agencies and coordination between the British and US forces. The result of Operation Fortitude was a resounding success. It played a crucial role in the overall success of Operation Overlord. This deception bought the Allies the precious time and maneuverability they needed to establish a foothold in Normandy. Operation New Jersey Feint. During the American Revolutionary War, George Washington, the visionary leader of the Continental Army, conceived an ingenious military deception operation known as the New Jersey Feint. The primary objective was to deceive the British forces led by General Lord Cornwallis into believing that he intended to attack New York. In reality, he wanted to buy time and divert British attention away from the impending attack on Trenton. If the deception was discovered, the British could have moved quickly to counter the threat. The British forces remained in New York, while Washington crossed the icy Delaware on Christmas night in 1776, launching a surprise attack on Trenton. Operation Mincemeat. This World War II deception plan executed by British intelligence aimed to mislead Nazi Germany about the Allied invasion of southern Europe, diverting their attention from the true target, Sicily. To achieve this, a deceased homeless man's identity was adopted, complete personal history, and fabricated official documents. The planning and execution were meticulous, with the creation of a backstory, false documents, and even a fictitious love letter. The end result was nothing short of astonishing. The misinformation led the Germans to divert their troops and resources away from Sicily, allowing the Allies to secure their foothold on the island with considerably less resistance. The success of this operation played a pivotal role in the broader Allied victory in southern Europe, as it contributed to the successful invasion of Sicily during Operation Husky, which ultimately set the stage for the liberation of mainland Italy. Operation Berthold. During World War I, one of the most significant military deceptions was Operation Berthold. This operation aimed to create a convincing illusion that the British Royal Navy was planning a major initiative in the North Sea. Planning for the operation involved orchestrating mock naval engagements, deploying false radio messages, and extensive reconnaissance to mislead the enemy. It convinced Germany that a major attack was imminent, prompting countermeasures and redeployment. This ruse allowed the British Navy to maintain a strategic advantage, as the Germans never realized the true British objectives in other theaters of the war, ensuring the safety and security of British forces elsewhere. During the Franco-Prussian War of 1870 to 1871, an intriguing military deception took place. The primary objective of this operation was to manipulate the perception of enemy forces, the Prussians, by creating a fake threat from guerrilla fighters. The French, under the command of General Louis-Léon César, devised an elaborate plan to convince the Prussian forces that these irregulars were more numerous and dangerous than they actually were. The operation involved the use of false reports and communication to exaggerate the strength and effectiveness of the force. The French spread rumors about these irregular fighters launching attacks on Prussian supply lines and sowing chaos. The end result was the successful diversion of Prussian forces and resources. By creating a fabricated threat, the French were able to relieve some of the pressure on their main forces and buy valuable time in the war. This clever military deception exemplified the significance of psychological warfare and the impact it can have on the course of a conflict. Operation Starvation. This operation was an ingenious and strategic naval mining campaign carried out by the US in the final months of World War II. The objective was to disrupt Japan's maritime supply routes and weaken its ability to continue the war. The plan involved deploying thousands of sea mines in the waters around Japan, creating a barrier to impede movement of Japanese vessels. The meticulous planning of the operation aimed to target key shipping lanes, ports, and coastal waters in Japan. The US used submarines and aircraft to drop mines into the sea, taking advantage of Japan's limited anti-submarine capability. The mining campaign was executed with precision, making it extremely difficult for the Japanese to detect and clear the mines. The strategy posed a significant threat to Japan's ability to transport vital resources, in particular food and raw materials. While the operation was a strategic success, it was not without potential risks and challenges. One major concern was the risk of accidentally damaging neutral ships, as well as collateral damage. The end result, however, justified the risks. The operation hastened the country's surrender in August 1945. Operation D'Amico Mirage was a military deception executed during the Second Boer War, reflecting the evolving tactics of warfare in the late 19th century. The objective was to divert and confuse Boer forces while ensuring the safety of British troops. Under the brilliant planning of General Sir Redvers Buller, the British Army aimed to create an illusion of a substantial military presence near the strategic Tugela River crossing, luring the Boers away from their positions. The British employed several ruses, such as building fake bridges and realistic-looking camps with empty tents. These tactics successfully fooled the Boers, drawing their attention and resources to defend against a non-existent British advance. In the end, the operation contributed to the British strategic advantage, enabling them to cross the Tugela River and advance deeper into Boer territory. The operation exemplifies the ingenuity and adaptability of military strategy during the Boer War. So that's it. These military deceptions are not just fascinating stratagems, they underscore the importance of misinformation and confusion in warfare. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, stay curious.